While we're talking about banning...
Way to get in the news, Morocco.
Yeah, the first time you've been on our podcast. Good job that it was with that.
You're going to talk about that iOS game now?
No.
Oh, no? I thought that was where you were going with
No,
this.
I was gonna talk about the Capcom Pro Tour also getting a little draconian, but not to the extremes. Kind of understandable.
Oh, we can roll the iOS game into this after the thrust of it.
So totally, yeah. So here's what we got. Capcom has made a couple changes to the Capcom Pro Tour 2016 rules.
Okay.
A couple of them.
No Japanese.
Nippon ban. So the big one is that
1 round matches.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
Single player only. Who can get farther?
point score.
In what?
Just a story mode.
Yeah.
What story?
Survival.
Well, the
Whoever
shitty-
can finish it the most
The
times in a
shitty
row.
arcade thing.
All right.
Survival competitions only. Anyway, they have officially banned any adult-oriented sponsors from representing their players at their tournaments.
Like Red Bull.
And it's like, you get that?
I'm making a weird face. I'm like,
get that.
I'm going like, because
they're
they're moving my head back and forth. It's like, I get that.
don't want adult.
And just to be clear, because Matt said it, this doesn't mean like Red Bull. This means like YouPorn.
So here's the thing.
pornography.
Was anyone even sponsored by anything?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Marn?
So let me get there. So
Okay.
a while ago there was a controversy because Long Island Joe / I Love You Joe was going to get sponsored by Brazzers, but it never really worked out. There was some controversy, and he was like, "Man, if they're talking, I'm listening." Right?
Yeah.
And then that never went anywhere. But there was follow up in the background, and Team YP was formed, and Team YP is Team YouPorn. And they did sign Valmaster and Filipino Man, who are legit
really
players
good
that have been
players,
around for a while. And like they got their shirts, they're represented by the team, and Team YP is the thing. So now, straight up, it's like, yeah, the players can participate, but we're not going to pimp their sponsors or anything having to do with them on the
And
streams
don't wear a
ever,
shirt
anywhere.
that has the goddamn
And then
logo
at that point, why even sponsor anything if you're not getting on?
Yeah.
You're not
exactly.
getting the thing that we've signed you up for.
Exactly.
I get that. They want to keep their image sparkly clean. But fighting games are not sparkly clean.
Well, that leads to part 2 of the story, right? Because here's the other thing. Because you have to look at it like any sport that's out there that's going to have sponsors. Like, to some degree, if it's on, like, NBC or some such, like, they're probably not going to allow anything more risque than, like, Playboy or so to be a sponsor on a NASCAR or something like that, you know? But, so part 2 of this story is the other changes that they made to the rules were they're pretty much, they're like, we don't want any signs of money matching or gambling or anything like that at any of the events that are being run for Capcom Pro Tour points.
Well, like where, like on the official space where they're at, or like anywhere on the venue.
That means no Evo money matches on the floor.
Anywhere on the floor at the venue at the event. Any violators are ejected and possibly banned.
Now that is like unsanctioned gambling, but that is also a thing.
It's also like the core of the fighting game.
No, exactly. Sorry, I'm not saying it's...
No, I agree with you. I know exactly where you're going with that.
And they've also taken a stance against swearing, violence, and quote-unquote other forms of thuggery.
So...
Now,
Yipes ban.
FGC equals thuggery.
So get SoCal and NorCal out of these tournaments, then I guess.
All urban youths off the premises.
Right? Y'all niggas need to stop being niggas, says Capcom.
Basically.
Wait, so the new rules are no Japanese and no black people?
Not allowed.
Okay.
The Mexicans maybe. Like,
if you throw a stick, no matter who you are, does that count as violence?
Yeah,
Could
so
that get
Gutex is banned
rejected?
forever.
That's thuggery.
That's thuggery.
That's thuggery. You throw a
Sanford
stick.
Kelly, that's thuggery.
No, I'll say like violence, depending on what forms they mean. Obviously, maybe
I don't think
that
anyone
should
would ever
be
argue
gone.
over like if somebody
Definitely
punches,
not.
if somebody
Swearing?
punches Filipino
Swearing
champ
is
in the
like-
face, get out of here.
You know,
Nobody's gonna get angry at you if you swear during like the biggest match during a really hype bit, but nobody wants you just rattling off swear words.
They'll
during
talk to you
pools,
afterwards
know?
and go, "Hey, come on."
Look, when Magneto level 3s against Phoenix and takes the win, you gotta yell, "Squeeze that bitch!"
No, for sure. like I would get it if it was like nobody wants you just rattling off swear words during
here's
pools.
The problem.
But this is
okay. So here's the
Thuggery.
Thuggery.
Money matches and all the dirty shit will retreat even farther into the hotel rooms where they
Into the bathrooms,
where they really
the salty
live,
suites.
right? Where they really live.
Yep.
The swearing by competitors, most of them don't talk.
You don't hear them, really.
I don't see that being a problem.
Yeah.
Most of these they're overdone, but I don't see them being a problem. What I see being a very, very real problem in particular is like the Evo and Chicago crowds not playing along with these rules. How are you going to stop that entire crowd from saying, squeeze that bitch? How are you going to stop them going from you fucked up in a chant? You can't.
I thought you were going to say Z would be a problem because Z's commentating is the most unfunny, dirty commentary ever.
Well, sure, but you just replace those with a different.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But like
not hard.
You were going to run into the fucking wrestling problem with Roman Reigns.
100%. So, and the thing is, too, and I can tell you, like, definitely, like, the Montreal crowd gets rowdy as fuck.
Well,
like,
yeah.
There's some communities that are just born that way.
Lots of thuggery.
And you can't pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
fighting games are intimately associated with hip-hop and thuggery. It is part of their culture. It's part of the DNA. It's part of the draw.
Now, what I can say is that the pushback has been fierce.
Oh, really?
Fuck you! We're gonna use violence against you to stop these rules.
No, I don't care what Capcom says. Violence is a beautiful thing.
Oh,
wait, isn't that what Capcom says?
That's exactly right.
So, Capcom has come back and said, we understand everyone's concern about the rule set. We're going to review and have an update soon, seeing if a compromise can be reached. But in the meantime, inappropriate players will not be allowed to compete.
I understand what they're going for, but they had to. Yeah. They should have done this in reverse. They should have talked to the FGC Illuminati or whatever and said, like, okay, how far can we legitimately push this before people freak out?
It feels knee-jerk in response to shit.
Well, it feels way too much, way too fast.
Yeah.
And it's like, have these things been a major problem at the Pro Tour events? Like, not really.
To the observers.
But Team YP exists.
Yeah.
Some of the commentators rile up certain groups of people.
But like, I feel like the best way to have done this would be, like, every year you gradually increase it, not via rules, but in terms of, like, favoring certain announcers over others, or just talking to guys backstage. Like, could you
just not do that thing?
Or like going up to a money match is like, guys, we got the cameras. Could you just move this to the hotel room? It's no problem. You can broadcast it from the hotel room. We don't give a shit.
Yeah,
but just not on the floor with the TV cameras and the shit.
I was gonna say, like, maybe to the people that are in the tournaments or on the floor observers, just people that are coming. There's no difference, and there's not a problem. Where there might be a problem, why this seems so quick, is that maybe there's a problem behind backstage, or on the phone when they're trying to get sponsors. Be like, well, we're not going to give you money, or we're not going to sponsor these guys if this happens.
Yeah,
I mean, this seems to me like. Was there any altercations in any tournaments in the last while? Mean, at least in Street Fighter 5 Star? I've never heard of it.
Not related to porn sponsors or anything. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely like, hey, we've been talking to Coke, and then Team YouPorn shows up.
Yeah.
Like, hello, you still there? Hello,
and we know what Capcom's really afraid of. Nobody wants to be watching ESPN, the Capcom Pro Tour finals or the Evo finals, right? And everyone's hype, and ESPN does, we're here live at Evo, and they do the camera pan, and somebody's able to freeze frame. Hey, there's a bunch of guys with knives rolling dice in the back.
Yeah.
Or gambling on cigarettes.
Yeah, like, what?
Team 3 equals D.
Yeah.
The only thing I can kind of say...
And there's old women calling up about thuggery that they see.
Yeah. I have seen those people do the thugs with the Street Fighters. I don't know.
Fortunately,
if Mortal Kombat did this, then they would be like, "Fuck you." The game is super violent. Yeah. They swear, don't they say "fucking" a few times in the Mortal Kombat story mode?
And there's blood titties.
You say there's bloody titties.
And there's titty bloods.
They'll have a team like in radio call-ins who censor it live.
Yeah, a dump button.
Yeah, if anything, Ed Boon will double down and say everyone has to play this Mortal Kombat tourney on the casting couch.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
No, we didn't clean it.
No.
all players, community, and Capcom alike can agree that any sponsored players by vaping companies are to be shot on sight.
Yeah.
On site.
Liam, what's the name of that iOS game?
So unfortunately, I can't remember the name. I was hoping that was the story. Woolie was
I
going
also
into.
completely forget the name, but it was.
I forgot to talk about.
Don't nerf my dick. Sorry, I'm kind of stuck on that. It's a great idea.
No, just the amazing moments, including Z on the commentary with his Thuggery shirt. Did you guys catch that?
I
None of
saw
that.
a little
Sure.
bit
He
of
turns
that.
his shirt backwards
I saw
to
a
the
tweet of
screen,
that, but-
and then like they're like, "Oh shit!" And Ski Sonic's like, "Oh!" And then they cut to black to censor it on the thing. Like, what's going on? And then they cut back, and he's like, "What? It's just." And he turns around again, and then they only cut his side off, and it's just Ski Sonic sitting there
Yeah,
by
I didn't
himself.
see that. That's cool.
You know, and like, so we were just getting updates because while we were there, it's a bit hard to keep track of what's going on in other places. And so I see like the update where like, random shirtless dude goes up to Chris G after he wins the Marvel finals, and it looks like he's tweaking on bath salts and refuses to leave the stage until he money
Until people
matches
walk
Chris
him
G.
off,
And then he goes to start plugging in his controller. And everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And you just get the gif of Justin looking around like, "Huh? What's happening?" And it's like, "Where security? What?"
Thuggery is happening.
Thuggery is live. Right?
can't
you
be
get
stopped.
the second update where it's like Marvel 2 side tournament, fist fight breaks out. It's like Thuggery is live.
Yeah.
And then we get the final update, like not even 5 minutes later on my friend's phone. He's like, and apparently a Mexican Smash player just groped some girl in the hotel room.
Yep.
Hashtag beyond Thuggery.
Yeah. And he's gone.
He's done.
He's
done.
fucking done. So yeah,
He was done in record time, actually. Yeah.
Like you try to stop Thuggery, you power it up,
Yeah,
and
don't.
and it moves beyond.
You have to ignore Thuggery. Then
Once
it
you
loses
told
its
people to
powers.
stop being dirtbags and not bring their knives to the floor, they just hid their knives.
It's bound to bounce back.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We're gonna see secret money matches accidentally broadcast where it looks like exhibition, but it's not.
We tricked you, ESPN2.
There was money match decided beforehand. How come these guys are playing a first to 20 set in exhibition? Why are they getting so mad? Huh. Oh, a brick of cocaine just fell out of their jacket.